Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Linda, and what I'd like to do is give you a brief overview of CIS, who we are, what we do, and how we do it, especially for those of you who've never sat in on a demo before. First of all, CIS stands for Construction Information Systems, as you can see up here in where our logo is, Construction Information Systems. We're actually a privately owned company based in Morris County, New Jersey, up in Kinnelon. And we're owned by a father-daughter team, Don and Chris Colabella. And for the past 32 years, we've been reporting on local construction projects. What do we report on? There's two types of projects we report on. The first type of project would be your public bid work. So I know that I have a mix of people with me here today, so just bear with me. We report on public bid work, which is your local, state, and federal government bids that come out for the public. And then we also report on private new construction projects, which would be private owners and private developers that want to build from the ground up in your town. So we have about 40 reporters. They work inside the office, and then we have half of them working out in the field because their job is to collect this project information for you every single day. With that being said, we are looking at the CIS website right now. This is our free directory. So anyone can utilize this directory. If you look at the search bar here, you can look for contractors, suppliers, equipment dealers, and subs. Professional services. So this is a search bar for the public to use to find different subs and suppliers. And then underneath is our coverage area. So as I mentioned, we are a local company that only reports on local projects, meaning the state of New Jersey. We go into parts of New York City, Long Island, Westchester, and then we cover the Eastern Philly, Eastern PA and Delaware market. So that's it. Unlike all the other services out there, and I mean all of the other services out there are national companies. They cover projects across the entire United States, which is what makes CIS different. We're exclusive to this market. We're in the field every day, and we send you information as soon as we find out about it. So let me log in, because this is just a free directory that anyone has access to that could be utilized. I don't know why these are popping up here. Sorry. Oh boy. Okay, sorry. All right, so let me just log in here now because I want to show you the actual projects that we report on, which is not on the free directory. So I'm going to log in under my own pretend company, Linda Construction. Oh, and by the way, most of you on this video today are geared towards, I'm so sorry. I don't know why these things are popping up. Okay. Most of you today are working in the northern New Jersey region that we cover. Oh my goodness, sorry. I'm showing you our northern New Jersey region, which covers Middlesex and Mercer counties all the way up to Sussex and into Rockland, Orange, New York. So the whole upper half of the state is our northern New Jersey region. Some of you might be from New York or PA, but the premise is going to be the same, what I'm going to show you. So we work with contractors, suppliers, equipment dealers, engineers, owners, bonding agencies. So when you log on to our website, the first thing you're going to do is see my desktop. Underneath my desktop, you're going to see some reports. It's my saved reports. The daily, last viewed, and index report. I'm going to go into those in detail in just a minute. For those of you who might be subs and suppliers, you might want to customize your own reports so you could reach out to the contractors that are winning projects. The far right is our search feature. Even though I'm showing you projects in North Jersey, you can also look for companies that are located in these other areas. Maybe you have a private job in New York City and you want to find some subs in New York City, so you would look in the New York City region. But the search criteria allows you to find projects, subs, suppliers, equipment dealers, engineers, owners, and then sub requests. So if you want to see if anyone's looking for subs, you could search them this way. And then underneath is our filing cabinet called My Track Files. So if you're a sub, you could track GCs that you might want to work for, that you have a good experience with, so that whenever they pick up plans or place a bid or win a bid, actually, the computer's going to alert you like this one did. I have one update for today of a track contractor that has either picked up plans or placed a bid. So that's our alert system, which works the same for projects. When you see a project that you're interested in, just track it so that we will alert you each and every time we update that project until it bids. So that's the layout here. What I'm going to do now is look at the daily email report. Every single day, we send you just one email, and it comes out in the evening so that all the projects we report on just that day, all the work we did that day, you're going to see that evening. So it's very fast and timely information. For today, this is the daily email for Wednesday. And as you can see, there's 5 tabs. We go from pre-planning to out to bid, results, and negotiated. The reason why we have these in different tabs is because public work and private work are 2 different animals. Privately, we have a team of reporters that go through the town planning board meeting minutes. And what they're doing is finding out from your local town what private owners and developers are looking to build in your neighborhood. So the first tab is called pre-planning because it's preliminary. It's very early on. We have 2 projects today. They're both brand new. So you and our clients are all seeing this for the first time today. The first one is a warehouse in Goshen, New York, because our North Jersey covers Rockland, Orange, New York. If I click on it, you're going to see the project name, the location, who the owner or developer is there a design firm or architect assigned to this account? And then the work included is really we just let our clients know that there's some additional, this is a new building, so they need all building trades, but this is some additional trades that they might need for this particular project. But what you want to do is go down to the description first to determine whether or not it's a good fit for you. So again, I'm looking at the private sector projects. This is a private warehouse that they want to build in Goshen, New York. And it's telling us that they want to build a 2-story, 350,000 square foot warehouse with 200 parking spots and loading docks and trailer spaces. So basically, we're going to tell you how wide or how tall a building is and what type of building. So this is a big warehouse. If you have experience doing warehouses as a plumbing subcontractor, what you want to do is find out from the planning notes. What do we know? We know that the preliminary site plan was reviewed by the boards on July 20th, but a public hearing has yet to be scheduled. So we're letting our customers know that on July 20th, that this project was presented to the boards, and they still have to schedule a public hearing. And you're just deciding whether you live nearby or your office is nearby, whether or not you want to track this project and put it in your filing cabinet. Even though it's very early on, you want to keep track of this so that as soon as they're ready to build, you're going to know about it. So I'm going to track that one for today. And then we're just going to look at another warehouse. This one happens to be an addition. So this is in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. Again, it's pre-planning very early on. All of your basic information, project name, location. We have an attorney on this one. We have an owner listed, design firm. But again, I like to start at the description to determine whether or not I'm interested in even looking at this job. And this is, they want to build 2 warehouse additions for just under 150,000 square feet to an existing building. So maybe since it's an existing building, you might think they already have their plumbing contractors in place, so you may not care about this one, or you could read the notes here, the planning notes, and find out that as of 7/25, the target date has just to be determined. So basically what CIS is doing is we're gathering private ground up projects that private owners want to build in your neighborhood. And the boards are letting us know the status, if they're getting approvals or not. But simultaneously, we will reach out to the owner, the developer, the design firm, whoever is willing to speak to us at these locations to see if they're willing to tell us when do they want to start their project. So we can let you know that they're ready to start this fall or next spring, or, so we try and get this information. They don't have to give it because it is private. But in this case, we did ask, and they don't know yet when they want to start this project. So let's move on. Once these private projects get their pre-planning approvals, they will move from pre-planning to planning, which is also private construction, new construction projects. There's 5 projects we reported on just for today. One of them is brand new, and the rest are updated projects. So we have a building in Franklin, New Jersey, Somerset County. Developer is Baldwin Realty. The owner is Atlock Flower Farm. You got your engineer listed. And again, what we want to do is go to the description, find out that they need to take down an existing building so they could build a 62,000 square foot building with a 55,000 square foot warehouse and an office space. So you're going to decide if this is a project that's beneficial to you that you might want to track. And we're telling you today that the preliminary and final plan will be reviewed on August 2nd. So this goes to a meeting on August 2nd. You might want to track it. So after that meeting, the system will alert you that, when we updated that project and let you know what happened at that second meeting. The third part of private work is going to be the last tab called negotiated. So as projects go through the boards for their approvals, CIS is reaching out to these owners to find out if they've already awarded their general contractor. So at least you as a sub know who to call. So the negotiated tab means that we have contractors that have already been assigned to these projects and awarded, but the jobs could be in any status. So this one was completed. So if I look up Pavonia Avenue Complex, you can see that it was completed. You got all your basic information. The contractor was HJD Construction, and as of the 25th, we confirmed the construction was complete. The second one is in progress. It's a CubeSmart storage building in Rockland, New York. It's still in progress. Lashberg is the contractor if you have any questions, but the planning notes are letting you know that this job is nearing completion. So again, these jobs are too late for you. However, there could still be projects in this tab that are still getting their approvals and haven't started yet. It just so happens for today, there aren't any projects we report on that still haven't started that have a GC. That's your private sector project. And Jess, I forgot to tell you, privately, we chase private new commercial buildings and additions 5,000 square feet or larger. We report on residential developments, townhomes, apartments, condos that have 10 units or more. We report on age-restricted developments that have 25 units or more. And warehouses, I believe, are a minimum of 10,000 square feet or larger. But all your commercial buildings we're reporting on, and they go through the planning boards until we find out who the GC is. And then we follow up with these jobs through completion. All right, next two tabs for all of you that are interested in public projects. You're going to go to your out to bid tab. There's 17 projects today we reported on. The brand new ones are the ones you want to see first because you want to find out about a plumbing project as soon as it comes out. You can see the bid due date. They're in bid date order, August 10th, August 15th, August 16th, even though they all just came out in the public notices literally yesterday morning. Our team of reporters go through the newspapers every day and the public notices to find out new jobs that are coming out for bid. What you're going to do is go through the project title and find out if there's a new building or if there's something related to plumbing you might care about. This one is commercial freezers, probably more HVAC related, but let me just kind of give you an example of a few projects that are brand new. So this is a brand new job. You would have had to look in the newspapers yesterday, the public notices in order to know about this project. It's bidding on the 15th. It's publicly funded. I'm going to click on it. Unlike the private sector projects, the public sector projects have a bid due date for the contractors to bid it. This looks like a service contract. All your basic information, project number, location, owner, where do I get my documents? More and more engineers and owners are just giving you a link to their documents. They want one single contract. This is a maintenance contract. And they're already letting us know if you pick up plans or if you download the plans to see this project, they're not going to share that information with CIS. Because what we do is once we inform you about a new bid, which is basically going to be your initial information, the bid date, is there a pre-bid meeting? Maybe there's a brief description. But once we tell you about the initial bid date and if there's a pre-bid meeting, we ask for scope of work, cost estimate, and eventually who's bidding the job. But these owners don't have to make it easy for us. So when they won't release the owners, we're going to let you know so that you don't have to call us every day and ask for the list. But that's just one example of a new project that just came out for bid today. Let's look at, here's another one. Combined heat and power and gas conditioning systems, whatever that is. That's up in Rockland County, New York, but it's brand new. This one doesn't bid until the 24th. If I click on it, it's another maintenance contract. So your basic information, when is it bidding? What's it called? What's the project number? Who owns it? Where do I get my documents? Is there a contact? So this one happens to have a contact. And this one is also having a walkthrough. So you can stop by their office and check out the situation here. Any special information, this is all coming from the public notices. And then here's a scope of work. It's a 5-year maintenance contract. You would kind of read through here, output, efficiency, heat recovery. You're going to read through this brief description we have, and you should know better than I if it's something that you might want to track and follow up on or not. But that's just 2 examples of public bids that just came out. Once we tell you about a new project, you're going to see the updated projects listed here. So here's a boiler replacement in Irvington. This is bidding tomorrow on the 27th, but we had one final update today before it bids tomorrow. So let's see what it says. This is a boiler replacement. All your basic information. If we received a budget from them or a cost estimate, it would show up at the top of the page. So this owner did not release a budget to us. They already had their pre-bid meeting on the 11th, but we told you about this job here, which is the published date on June 27th. There was an addendum issued, so that would have been an update. And this is a full replacement of 3 boilers. And even though the owner will not share with us who's bidding it, these contractors let us know, because most of them are our customers, that they purchased the plans. So if you're a sub and you want to reach to them as a sub, you could reach out to them, or if you want to bid it, you could see who you might be bidding against. The next tab I want to show you would be the bid results. Again, public bid results. There's 3 posted today that bid yesterday, July 25th. So unlike other services where you'll be lucky if you even get the results, we actually give you same day results. These bid yesterday, and these were available on our website last night. So this was a $7 million project that bid yesterday at 2 o'clock. It had a brief description, and these are the contractors that put their bid in. We have a base bid, and then we have an alternate bid. So most likely Epic Management. So this is how fast and thorough we are. But if you were interested, if there was any plumbing involved in this project, I would reach out to Epic Management. You could click on their name. You could see if there's any contacts listed and congratulate them on their low bid and find out if they're going to need your services. That's what you would do as a sub. You could also click on this button over here that says I'm interested. My name's going to pop up as Linda Construction in alphabetical order. And all this is saying is, hey, Mr. GC, if you're a CIS customer, you could see all the subs and suppliers that are interested in supporting this project. And we're hoping that you're going to give us a call and utilize our services. But if not, I would definitely reach out to Epic myself if I really wanted to work for him and offer my services. But like here's Beach Electric. I could click on Beach Electric if I was the GC, find out if there's any contact information, find out what they do, and maybe give them a call. I'm going to take my name off of here now just because I have a pretend company. And then I'm going to go back to my desktop because we just finished the daily report. The next report is identical. It's new and updated projects since I last viewed this report rather than daily. So it's the same report, but it's going to pick up, today and prior to today, whenever you last looked at the report. So I don't need to go into detail. Up here, it tells me I last looked on July 24th. So between 24th and the 26th of July, you're going to see all the projects that CIS updated since then, whereas the daily report is strictly Monday through Friday. The final report is the index report. This is just the listing in bid due date order of all the projects currently out to bid. This is where a new customer would start by going through 188 projects that are out for bid right now in the public sector and just go through this list of projects to see if there's anything for you to track and put in your filing cabinet so that you could potentially bid the job. I would actually encourage you to go through this report. Like this one's bidding tomorrow. It's too late, obviously, for you to bid, but maybe you want to track it to see who gets the job so you can reach out to the GC that ends up with the job. And here's the scope of work. TechCon is one of the contractors looking to bid it, but the owner will not release the rest of them to us. So TechCon let us know that he's bidding this job. What I did, because we're on a time crunch right now, if I go to my desktop, I actually created a report by clicking on this button, create a project report, advanced report, and then these are all the different options. So I selected a bid stage, categories. I put in the keyword plumbing and I think water heater, just to give you an example. And then you could also do it by geography and owners and other type of filters. But again, just to cut to the chase, in my custom reports, I created a search for plumbing bids. And this is telling me all the projects out to bid in our geography, the Northern New Jersey region, that have the word plumbing or water heater only. So these jobs will only show up if your water heaters or your word plumbing is listed. which is why I do encourage you to look at all the jobs. But again, just to show you how to filter down. This is a boiler and hot water heater job. It's bidding. It's bidding bid today at 10, so that's too late for you. But it came out on July 6th, just to give you an example. So those will show you the bid results tonight. This one's bidding tomorrow, alteration of interior. So this is something you might want to sub to the GC. What kind of alterations are they doing? I don't know. We could read the scope of work and see, see the plumbing is highlighted here because it's picking up the word plumbing. Preliminary plumbing work will include a new single-use toilet room, so on and so forth. TechCon is also listed on this job. You could reach out to him to see if you're able to get any information on this. And then I would just put my name out here as an interested, I click on here and put my name out there as an interested sub so that all the other contractors that are bidding this could see your name there. As long as they're CIS clients, they could see your name here. Let's see. This is a federal project, but it's repair. We're not going to do that. Let's see. Service building, HVAC and roof replacement. Renovation for park. What's this? This is a rebid. This is bidding on August 8th. It's a park renovation. This gives you information. There's some plumbing in it, which is why it's showing up. Some excavation in here. One thing I want to point out is since this is a rebid, whenever there's a rebid on day one, we're going to give you the initial bid, the original bid, so you can click on it and find out. Hold on. LF at Lunda Construction. It's not going to make you log out as a customer, but I'm just going to log out really quick and log back in. So this is letting me know that the original bid was just a sole bidder, and which is probably why they rejected it. There's only one contractor that bid this job, so they rejected it. They probably want some more contractors bidding it. So that's why it's going out for rebid. All right, so these are just a list of the projects that only have the word bathroom. Plumbing and hot water heater or water heater, just to give you an idea of something that might be more in your scope of work for plumbing. But these are the jobs that are currently out there. All right, I'm gonna go to my desktop, which brings us back to the home page. Again, the left side of the desktop is all the project information. And it's very manageable because we're sending you one email per day. And we're telling you just for that day, the public and private jobs we report on for that day. But when you start CIS, you might want to go backwards to see what you might have missed and then put them in the track filing cabinet here, like these projects. And then as these projects get updated, the computer's going to notify me that my track projects have been updated. You could also track contractors. Before there was an alert here, I think it was for Epic. So since I already clicked on Epic, it cleaned the slate for me. But if you want to track contractors to bid to, if I look up Epic Management, I could track them up here, which are already tracked. But now I can proactively call them and find out what jobs are they looking to bid. So right now, these are the plans. These are the projects that the owner released plan holders for. So Epic Management is holding 2 sets of projects I'm aware of. So I could call them and ask them if they need my services, my bid on these projects. If you already work for Epic and you haven't heard from them lately, you could go to their low bid history to find out when their low bids were to see why they're not calling you. So they actually had 2 low bids in July. Parking garage, these are all the bids. There's a whole bunch of bids on this one. Here's a base bid just for the sports building in Edison. It was a rebid. Here's your scope of work. Epic was a low bidder, and then you got Ben Harvey and Belmont. So 10, 11, and 13 were the bids. So we're assuming Epic Management will get awarded this project, but the owner still has to move forward with the project. But that's what you want to do. If you can look at all of your GCs that you want to bid to, track them, and then you could proactively see when they're looking to bid and when they want to bid. Other bids just shows you other jobs that they bid, like this one on July 18th. He bid this hospital project for $5.945, but he's not the low bidder. So maybe you're interested in working this job, but you don't know who the low bidder was. You just click on it, and you go down here and see it was Seawolf Construction, and maybe give them a call by clicking on their name and gathering their information. So I know we're kind of running out of time. We did the reports, we did the track system, and this would just be if I wanted to find a sub. Say I'm looking in North Jersey for a company that does plumbing. You can list your name if you're not already there in our free plumbing directory. So this is an alphabetized listing. There's 333 companies that indicate, even if they're located in New York, that they will come to New Jersey and provide plumbing services. That's what this means. GCs typically don't want to call over 300 companies, so they're going to use this filter option. And they might say, well, listen, my job is between $1 and $3 million. So I want to make sure I'm calling someone that could work within this range. So if I do $1 to $3 million, and maybe I want to make sure they're bonded, and I filter. Now I have 103 companies to look at, but the ones that match both my criteria are going to show up here at the top. So maybe I want to see who Aquatherm Plumbing is. And I have a little brief description here. They do HVAC and plumbing. I could call Andre. I could go to their website. But anyway, these are the companies that meet both of my criteria. And then eventually you're going to see companies that only meet 1 or 2 of the criteria, like these. So this helps the GCs narrow down their search and not have to call 300 people. And then you'll see some actually, you can advertise at the top of this page if you want to be at the top of the list. We also have different companies advertising in the margins over here just to get some extra exposure. They're all in our directory, but they're paying a little extra just to get their name out there for extra exposure. So with that being said, sorry I ran a little bit over, which is why I would love to do a one-on-one demo with any of you that are interested. This way I could really target your needs. This is more of a generalized overview of the private work we report on and the public work we report on, and just how detailed, fast, and thorough we are. One final thing, our customer service team is phenomenal. We take customer service very seriously. Each of you, each of our clients actually have their own customer service reps. So anytime they call or email, goes directly to the rep, and they have easy access. You get a live person when you call CIS, unlike some of the other national services. But I hope you liked what you saw. We will be sending you a video replay of this that you have 24 hours to review if you didn't get to watch the whole thing, or if you only got to see some of it. And please reach out to me, Linda Ferment, at cislease.com, if you would like to actually schedule a one-on-one demo where we can hone in on what you're looking for. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.